Hello beloved soul, and welcome back to Sacred Echoes, your place of peace, healing, and divine revelation. I'm so glad that you are here today because what I'm about to share is not an accident, it is a message specifically meant for you. You were guided here by the Holy Spirit because heaven has something to reveal that will bring clarity to your heart and confirmation to your spirit. If you're listening to this, it's because the angels have been whispering to you lately, and now it's time for you to truly understand what's unfolding. Before we begin, take a deep breath and center yourself for a moment. You are safe here. You are seen here. And you are loved here. Now, I want you to type in the comments below one simple faith-based declaration to activate your spirit in agreement with what heaven is preparing to reveal. Type, I receive or I believe. Because when you speak faith aloud, you give permission for the supernatural to align with your natural life. Now, beloved, the angels have shown me something very powerful concerning your love life, something you may not be fully aware of yet. There is someone in your energy who has been planning something that will completely change your future. They have been quiet, intentional, and deeply reflective. They have been seeking divine clarity about you, and God has been stirring something within their heart that they cannot ignore. This person, your soulmate, has a hidden plan concerning marriage. And this plan is not one of impulse or confusion. It is divine strategy. It is destiny being formed quietly behind the scenes. Many of you have been sensing something lately. You feel the shift, don't you? You may not see evidence of it in the physical realm, but your spirit feels the movement. You can sense a stirring in your heart, as if God is preparing you for something greater. That sense of anticipation you feel is not anxiety, it is prophetic alignment. It is heaven's way of saying, get ready. What you prayed for is about to be revealed. You may have thought your season of love had passed, but the angels are saying, no, it's only beginning. Your soulmate has not forgotten you. In fact, they have been thinking about you more deeply than you realize. They have been envisioning a future with you, not just daydreaming, but planning. They've been asking God for confirmation, timing, and courage. They've been in a private conversation with heaven about how to make things right, and the angels say this plan will soon begin to unfold right before your eyes. This is why lately you've been feeling emotional shifts, one moment calm, the next filled with nostalgia or random memories about someone. These are not coincidences. They are echoes from the spiritual realm as your soul begins to align with the divine timeline that's already been written for you. Isaiah 60 verse 22 says, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. And that is exactly what is happening now. The time is right. The pieces are being arranged perfectly. The person who has been silent is about to step forward, not with confusion, but with purpose. You've been asking, God, what is happening behind the scenes? And heaven replies, I'm aligning hearts. I'm preparing your promise. For a long time, this person fought their emotions. They tried to reason away what they felt for you, but reasoning cannot silence destiny. When two souls are divinely connected, no distance, delay, or misunderstanding can break that thread. They may have walked away once, or chosen silence because they were unsure, but the truth is, they never stopped loving you. And now, their love is maturing into something intentional. Proverbs 19 verse 21 reminds us, many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. They may have made decisions in the past that seemed final, but God's purpose has overruled them. Every separation, every pause, every quiet moment was not a rejection, it was preparation. The angels say this person needed to grow before they could step into the promise of loving you correctly. They needed to learn what covenant love means. They needed to experience temporary connections that showed them the difference between convenience and calling. They needed to face their fears of vulnerability, commitment, and emotional depth. And now that season has served its purpose. Now they understand. Now they see that what they had with you was not ordinary. It was sacred. Some of you may even feel like you've released this person completely, and that's okay. Because in releasing them, you surrendered them back to God, and that is what allowed divine transformation to begin. Sometimes you have to let something go before it returns in its higher, healed form. What you thought was the end was actually the beginning of restoration. Matthew 19 verse 6 says, what God has joined together, let no one separate. This connection was not created by human desire, it was written by divine design. And when something is written by God, even time itself becomes a servant of that purpose. The angels are saying, this person's heart has been rewritten. The confusion they once carried is gone. The resistance they once had has melted away. Where there was fear, now there is conviction. Where there was hesitation, now there is divine urgency. Your soulmate is not just returning with words, they are returning with plans. Marriage is on their heart because the Holy Spirit has placed it there. They have seen your love, your patience, your authenticity, and they now recognize that you were never like the others. You are their peace. You are their home. You are the answer to prayers they didn't even know how to express. But here's the part that will shock you. This person has been preparing for this silently. They have been researching, saving, and envisioning your future together without telling you. You may think they are distant, but in truth, they are preparing to bridge the distance permanently. The angels say they've been looking at locations, seeking advice, even imagining what your life together would look like. They are not coming back for casual conversation, they are coming back with commitment. This is the kind of love that doesn't just appear, it builds. It builds on trust, on faith, and on divine direction. And you, beloved, are the one God has chosen to receive it because your heart has remained faithful through the waiting season. You didn't let bitterness destroy you. You didn't let loneliness break you. You didn't let impatience push you into the wrong arms. You trusted God, and now heaven is rewarding that trust. Psalm 37 verse 4 says, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." That promise is now being fulfilled. God has been watching your faithfulness, and now, what you thought you lost is returning to you transformed. The person who once didn't know how to love you right will now come with understanding, clarity, and a readiness that will surprise you. The angels say this is not just love, it is divine partnership. It's two souls merging into one purpose for the glory of God. But God is also reminding you, stay humble, stay prayerful, and stay discerning. Because not every return is divine, but this one is. You will know by the peace that comes with it. True divine love does not bring confusion, manipulation, or inconsistency. It brings peace, stability, and joy. And when this person returns, your spirit will recognize them not by words alone, but by energy, by the way your heart rests when they are near. Philippians 1 verse 6 declares, "He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion." What God began in your heart years ago, He is finishing now. The angels say, this union has been written, sealed, and now it's being released. The moment you've prayed for is closer than you think. The confirmation will arrive in ways you least expect: a dream, a sudden thought, a message that feels divinely timed, or a person who crosses your path with divine familiarity. But before this blessing unfolds, God wants to ensure you are ready not only emotionally, but spiritually. Because this love will require maturity. This love will require forgiveness. This love will require balance between passion and purpose. God is not just giving you romance, He is giving you covenant, and covenant requires divine strength. This is not about going back to the past, this is about stepping into destiny. The person returning to you is not the same as before, and neither are you. Both of you have been through fire, refined by faith, and purified by purpose. Now, what remains is gold: love that endures, love that honors, love that glorifies God. Romans 8 verse 28 reminds us, all things work together for good to those who love God and are called according to His purpose. Everything, every delay, every heartbreak, every unanswered prayer, it all worked together to shape this moment. The angels want you to remember that divine timing is not delay, it is protection. You were being saved from premature connections so that the right one could mature into the right time. So if you're hearing this message today, take it as your confirmation, something is unfolding in your favor. The person who once didn't know how to love you is about to surprise you. Not because you demanded it, but because heaven ordained it. You have been chosen for a love story that reflects God's faithfulness. And very soon, what has been hidden will be revealed. Before we continue deeper into the next revelation of what this soulmate's hidden plan truly looks like, pause for a moment and write this in the comments below to anchor your faith. I am ready for God's divine plan in my love story. Say it from your heart. Speak it in faith. Because heaven is listening. Of course. Take a breath, allow your spirit to stay open, and let this message continue to speak to you, not to your fears, not to your past, but to your future. There is something sacred unfolding around you right now. Even if you do not see it clearly with your physical eyes, your spirit has already been sensing the shift. You have felt a strange mix of peace and anticipation. You have felt moments of deep reflection, as if God Himself has been preparing your heart for something meaningful, something lasting, something holy. And beloved, that feeling is not imagination, it is confirmation. The angels want you to know that everything you have gone through, the waiting, the heartbreaks, the disappointments, the unanswered questions, none of it was wasted. Every season had purpose. Every silence held instruction. Every delay carried protection. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11 says, "He has made everything beautiful in its time." Not early. Not late. In its time. And beloved, your time is approaching faster than you think. Your soulmate, the one heaven has chosen for you, the one whose spirit recognizes you even if their mind has struggled, is beginning to see everything clearly. The confusion that once clouded their heart is lifting. The doubts that once made them hesitate are dissolving. The fear that once made them pull away is now being replaced with divine clarity, urgency, and certainty. They didn't understand their feelings at first because it was deeper than attraction. It was deeper than compatibility. It was deeper than anything they had experienced before. Their soul recognized you. And the intensity of that connection scared them because they knew, whether consciously or subconsciously, that loving you meant change. It meant maturity. It meant accountability. It meant stepping into a new chapter that required growth. But now, they are no longer running from that calling. They are running toward it. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 declares, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Your soulmate now sees you as their future, not a passing moment. They see you as someone God placed in their life with purpose, not coincidence. They see you not as an option, but as their answered prayer. Someone they didn't expect, yet someone they cannot let go of. And here is something the angels want you to understand deeply. This person did not walk away because they didn't care. They walked away because they cared more than they knew how to handle. Love that is ordinary is easy. Love that is divine requires preparation. They needed time to process what they felt. They needed time to grow spiritually. They needed time to separate authentic love from emotional impulse. And now, they are ready, not just emotionally, but spiritually. Their heart has aligned with their soul. Their desires have aligned with God's plan. Psalm 46 verse 10 says, "Be still, and know that I am God." In the stillness, in the waiting, God was working. Your soulmate has been having dreams about you, spiritual dreams, not fantasies. They've been hearing your name everywhere. They've been feeling sudden memories or emotions connected to you without explanation. These are divine triggers, spiritual alignment signals, signs from the universe and from God that now is the appointed moment to act. The angels say this person has already decided something in their heart. When I return, it won't be the same. It will be commitment. They are preparing themselves mentally and emotionally to reach out, to speak honestly, to express what they could not before. Some of you will receive communication sooner than you expect, unexpected messages, calls, or invitations. And when they speak, it will not be shallow. Their words will carry weight. Their energy will feel different. Their approach will feel intentional. You won't question their feelings, because their actions will match their words. 1 Corinthians 13 verses 4 to 7 describes the kind of love God is sending into your life. Love that is patient. Love that is kind. Love that protects. Love that trusts. Love that perseveres. This connection is not returning to repeat the past, it is returning to fulfill destiny. But listen closely, beloved, because this part matters. Before this blessing manifests fully, God is asking you to prepare your heart, not in fear, not in doubt, but in openness and readiness. The angels want you to loosen your grip on old wounds, old assumptions, and old narratives. The person returning is not who they once were. And you are not who you used to be. You had to become the version of yourself that could steward a healthy, whole, God-centered relationship. Not a relationship based on trauma, fear, or emotional dependency, but one built on trust, respect, emotional maturity, and spiritual purpose. Ephesians 4 verse 2 reminds you, "Be completely humble and gentle, be patient, bearing with one another in love." This connection will ask you to communicate differently than before. You will not win with defensiveness. You will not connect through fear. You will build through grace, honesty, and vulnerability. God is preparing you for love that doesn't rush, doesn't crumble, and doesn't disappear when storms come. This is not temporary, this is covenant. Your soulmate has realized that what you offered was rare: your presence, your nurturing spirit, your emotional depth, your loyalty, your authenticity. In a world full of superficial connections, you were the one who saw their soul. And now, they finally see yours. The angels say this person has been imagining a future: weddings, homes, family, travel, legacy. They have quietly been picturing you beside them because their soul knows life is better with you, brighter with you, more meaningful with you. You are not just someone they love. You are someone they are willing to choose, publicly, boldly, intentionally. Song of Solomon 3 verse 4 says, "I have found the one whom my soul loves." That is how they see you now, not as a chapter, but as the entire story. The angels want you to prepare, not with anxiety, not with desperation, but with expectation. Because when God brings something into your life, it comes with peace, clarity, maturity, and joy. Type in the comments below, to anchor the next phase of this blessing. My heart is ready for God's promise. Say it with faith. Say it with trust. Say it with expectation. Because love is not coming. It is already on the way. Absolutely, let's continue. Take a deep breath and stay open, because what comes next is very important for you to hear. The angels are showing that your soulmate has gone through a significant transformation, something that shifted the way they see love, relationships, and their future. They were once driven by logic, practicality, or fear of the unknown. They may have even convinced themselves that emotions were a distraction or that timing wasn't right. But God has touched their heart in a way they can no longer resist the truth. This person realized that every path they took away from you led them right back to thoughts of you. Every distraction fell short. Every attempt to move on emotionally was temporary and shallow. The love they feel for you is not something they can replace, ignore, or suppress. It is not ordinary, it is ordained. Sometimes God removes people temporarily, not to punish them, but to reveal what truly matters. And beloved, you are what truly matters to them. Isaiah 43 verses 18 to 19 tells us, "Forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing." The angels say this person is ready for that new thing. Ready to stop running. Ready to stop pretending. Ready to stop avoiding what their heart knows is true. They have gone through battles, internal ones. They wrestled with their mind, their expectations, and their fear of failure. They asked themselves, "Am I enough? Will I disappoint them? What if I don't know how to love them right?" But now, instead of fear, they feel conviction. Instead of confusion, they feel purpose. Instead of weakness, they feel strength. Why? Because God has been working on them in private. Philippians 1 verse 6 reminds us, "He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion." The work in them is not finished, but it has reached the point where breakthrough is inevitable. This person sees differently now. When they think of you, warmth floods their heart. Nostalgia becomes motivation. They feel the calling to reconnect. They feel the desire to protect, honor, and cherish what they once took too lightly. They have realized that losing you would be the biggest regret of their life. And the angels say this. Their return will be sudden. Their approach will be different. Their intention will be clear. Your soulmate is preparing a plan, something heartfelt, surprising, and unforgettable. Something that proves they have grown. Something that proves they choose you, not based on impulse, but with purpose. They want to speak to you face to face or voice to voice because typed words won't carry the depth they feel. They want you to hear the sincerity in their tone, see the truth in their eyes, even if it's over a screen at first. Their heart is telling them, it's time. And heaven is agreeing. Psalm 27 verse 14 says, "Wait for the Lord, be strong and let your heart take courage, wait for the Lord." Your waiting season has been long, difficult, and at times discouraging. But the angels say you did not wait in vain. Your patience has become part of the testimony attached to this love story. And here's something powerful. This union is for God's glory. Not just romance. Not just companionship. But purpose. Together, you will build something that impacts others, spiritually, emotionally, or even materially. This person is not only being prepared to love you, they are being prepared to support you, uplift you, and walk with you in your God-given calling. Proverbs 18 verse 22 says, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord." Whether you are a man or woman watching, this applies to you spiritually. God is bringing favor to both of you through this union. And the angels want you to know. You will not chase them. They will pursue you. They will initiate. They will express. They will show consistency. Because now, their heart is awake. Their soul is aligned. Their spirit is ready. You are about to see these signs that prove their return. Sudden thoughts of them increase before contact. Random reminders of them appear as if they follow you. You feel excitement and peace, without knowing why. You find yourself preparing emotionally or physically unintentionally. You dream about them, or feel their presence strongly. Communication from them appears out of the blue. These signs are not accidental, they are evidence of spiritual proximity. When someone is close to reaching out in the physical world, your souls first reconnect in the spiritual realm. The veil is thinning. The distance is closing. The time is near. Matthew 19 verse 6 declares, "What God has joined together, let no one separate." And beloved, God is joining you two together again, stronger, wiser, and more ready than ever before. But here is what the angels urge. Release expectations based on old pain. Do not let past versions of them dictate your response. Do not allow old fears to disrupt new blessings. If they come to you with humility, welcome them with grace. If they come to you with honesty, meet them with openness. If they come to you with love, let your heart remember why God kept them tethered to your soul. Your future is not behind you. It is ahead of you, and approaching fast. You are stepping into a chapter where love is secure, mutual, joyful, and divinely protected. You will feel chosen. You will feel adored. You will feel safe. Psalm 126 verse 5 says, "Those who sow with tears will reap with songs of joy." Your tears planted blessings. Your brokenness planted healing. Your loneliness planted companionship. Your patience planted love. Everything you have sown in prayer is about to return to you multiplied. The angels say, "Prepare your heart. Prepare your space. Prepare your life." This is not ordinary love. This is kingdom love. This is destiny love. This is covenant love. You are about to witness what it looks like when heaven aligns two hearts and refuses to let them separate again. If you feel this word touching your spirit, comment below. My destiny love is on the way. Say it with boldness. Say it with faith. Say it like someone who knows God is involved. Because He is. The angels are showing that this person was chosen for you long before either of you understood what love truly meant. Before the heartbreaks, before the disappointments, before the lessons, God had already written this connection into the structure of time. Nothing that happened before them or around them could erase what God ordained. Sometimes God allows delays not because the promise is denied, but because the people involved must grow into the version of themselves capable of carrying the blessing. A soulmate connection is not just emotional, it is spiritual. It requires maturity, surrender, and alignment. Your person needed time to grow. So did you. The angels say, if this came earlier, one of you would have mishandled it. Instead of partnership, there would have been confusion. Instead of clarity, there would have been fear. Instead of unity, there would have been hesitation. So God softened hearts, reordered priorities, removed distractions, allowed healing, and shifted perspectives, until both of you could meet each other as equals, not broken reflections of past pain. Ephesians 3 verse 20 reminds you, "Now unto Him who is able to do exceedingly, abundantly above all that we ask or think." That means what's coming will exceed your imagination. Not just in romance, but in peace, stability, growth, and spiritual purpose. Listen closely. Your soulmate is not returning because they miss you only. They are returning because they now understand you. They finally see the depth of your heart, the kindness, the softness, the strength, the loyalty, the unwavering love you carry. They recognize now that people like you do not appear twice in a lifetime. They see now that God placed you in their life to awaken them, grow them, and show them what real love looks like. They may have been drawn before by attraction. But now? They are drawn by calling. This connection is not random. It is not accidental. It is not temporary. This is something God has been nurturing, protecting, and preparing in silence. And the angels say, you are about to see what divine timing looks like. The shift will feel sudden in the natural, but spiritually, it has been building for a very long time. You have likely been feeling a sense of readiness with no logical explanation. A pull in your spirit telling you change is near. Dreams, signs, numbers, synchronicities. A sense that life is repositioning itself around you. A feeling that something big is about to unfold. These are not coincidences, these are confirmations. God is signaling that the season of waiting is transitioning into the season of manifestation. Psalm 37 verse 4 tells us, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." Not any desire. The desires He placed in your heart to begin with. The love you seek is the love God designed you for. Now the angels want you to understand something powerful. This connection carries destiny. Together, you will break generational patterns. Together, you will build stability, not struggle. Together, you will create a new foundation, one rooted in respect, love, and faith. Your future spouse is someone whose soul resonates with yours, not because you are the same, but because you complete what the other lacks. Your strengths support their weaknesses. Their strengths cover yours. This is why separation was necessary. Growth could not happen while comfort existed. So God created distance, not to destroy the relationship, but to shape it. Now, let's speak about their hidden plan. Your soulmate has quietly been thinking ahead. They have imagined a life with you, not casually, but intentionally. They have pictured a home, a routine, shared goals, shared space, shared destiny. They have imagined what it would feel like to wake up beside you, to call you theirs, to build a life where love is steady and communication is honest. This person may appear calm, unbothered, or guarded in the physical world, but spiritually, they are deeply connected to you. They think about your smile. They remember your tone, your laughter, your softness. They replay conversations and moments that felt small, but meant everything to them. What confuses them is how deeply their heart reacts to you. No one else brings this emotion out of them. No one else feels familiar, comforting, or spiritually aligned the way you do. They tried to explain it logically, but they couldn't. They tried to detach, but their soul wouldn't allow it. They tried to ignore the signs, but God made them louder. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 speaks clearly. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Your future is tied to peace, not chaos. To clarity, not confusion. To love, not disappointment. Your soulmate is preparing to step into their role, not just as someone who loves you, but as someone who is ready to choose you. And the angels say, you will not need to convince them. You will not need to chase them. You will not need to prove your worth. They already know. They already feel it. They already understand this is rare, sacred, and heaven approved. Soon, not years, not someday, not maybe. You will receive communication that shifts everything. A message. A call. A confession. A breakthrough. It will feel divinely timed because it will be. No more delays. No more confusion. No more spiritual distance. This is alignment. This is divine order. This is destiny unfolding. If your spirit is receiving this word, comment. Sparkles, I'm ready for my God-ordained love. Sparkles. Let heaven hear you. Let faith activate. Let your heart open. Because love is not coming. It is on its way to you. And it knows your name. The angels are showing that the moment of reconnect or connection, if you have not yet met, is going to feel sacred, unexpected, and deeply emotional. It won't feel casual or rushed. There will be a peace in your soul, even if your mind doesn't yet understand what's happening. You will feel something shift in the atmosphere, a soft knowing, a warmth in your chest, a sense of this is it. Not based on fantasy, but on spiritual recognition. The angels say this connection is beyond physical attraction or emotional compatibility. It is spirit-to-spirit alignment. The kind the world calls rare, but heaven calls intentional. When you speak to this person, whether it is a new connection, a return, or someone you already sense in your spirit, you will notice something unusual. The conversation will feel effortless. You won't have to pretend. You won't overthink your words. You won't feel the need to hide parts of your soul. There will be a holy familiarity, as if you've known each other for a lifetime. Because spiritually, you have. Sometimes God knits two souls together long before they ever meet in the physical world. That's why your spirit has been restless, not because something is wrong, but because something sacred is aligning. Isaiah 60 verse 22 says, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Not you. Not them. Not circumstance. God. And the angels whisper, the time is becoming right. You may have noticed that recently. Things that once hurt you no longer affect you the same way. People who drained you have fallen away. Your desire for emotional games has disappeared. Your spirit craves peace, stability, and authenticity. This is not random. This is preparation. God cannot place you in a covenant-level relationship while you still carry survival-level patterns. You have matured. You are wiser, softer in the right areas, stronger in the areas where life once broke you. You no longer seek validation, you seek alignment. You no longer chase love, you allow what is meant to find you. And your soulmate? They are undergoing the same spiritual refinement. Their spirit is awakening, and their priorities are changing. They are realizing. Love isn't about temporary excitement. Love isn't about attention or opportunity. Love isn't about possession or control. Love is about partnership, destiny, peace, growth, and calling. This shift is what has drawn them toward you, even if you haven't spoken yet. Their soul recognizes that your presence brings peace. A peace they cannot find in anyone else. Philippians 4 verse 7 describes this beautifully. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. That peace is what confirms this connection. God is not the author of confusion. If there was confusion in the past, it was because timing was off, not because the connection was wrong. Now the timing is aligning. The angels want you to pay attention to something important. This person has been seeking clarity. They have been reflecting deeply on relationships, on their future, on their purpose, on who belongs by their side. They may not talk about this openly, but spiritually they are in a season of decision. They are preparing emotionally, preparing financially, preparing spiritually, preparing mentally for partnership, not just love. This is why you may have felt sudden dreams, visions, or emotional waves connected to them. You are spiritually linked. There is a moment coming, and it is closer than you think, where this person will approach you with sincerity. Not with confusion. Not with hesitation. Not with half interest. But with intention. They will speak words they previously held back. Words they practiced. Words they were afraid of. Words that reveal the depth of what they feel but never voiced. It will sound like, "I've been thinking about us. I can't shake this connection. You are different. I want something real. I see a future with you." And for the first time, their words will match their actions. No mixed signals. No emotional distance. No inconsistency. Instead, there will be pursuit, not pressure. Clarity, not chaos. Commitment, not guessing. Because now they understand. Love cannot wait forever. Proverbs 18 verse 22 reminds us, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord." Meaning, this connection isn't just emotional. It brings favor. The angels show that once you and this person step into union, breakthrough will unfold rapidly. Financial increase. Relocation. Career alignment. Spiritual activation. Inherited blessings. Because this marriage is kingdom ordained. Two destinies merging into one divine assignment. Your life will not look the same in a year. Your mindset will not be the same. Your circumstances will not be the same. God is rewriting your story. What once felt unstable will become secure. What once felt delayed will accelerate. What once felt lonely will be filled with companionship. But the angels need you to hear this. Do not rush. Do not fear. Do not force. This will unfold organically, in divine flow. Not through anxiety, worry, manipulation, or pressure. Your only job now is to stay aligned. Stay in faith. Stay expectant. Stay open. Stay grounded. Stay obedient. Because heaven is moving, silently, strategically, perfectly. If this resonates deeply and your soul is saying this is for me, comment. Ring I am ready for God's plan. Ring. So I know you are receiving. Then, when you're ready, just say. Before we close, take one last deep breath, and slowly release it. Let this truth settle into your spirit. What is meant for you is not leaving your life. What God has aligned cannot be interrupted. What heaven has written will unfold in its perfect timing. You are not waiting in vain. You are being positioned. You are being prepared. And your future is far more beautiful than your past. The angels want you to leave this message today with confidence, not fear, not doubt, not overthinking, but quiet expectation. Because something is already shifting in the unseen realm, and soon it will manifest in your reality. Before you go, if this message spoke to you, if something in your spirit felt peace or confirmation, I invite you to write in the comments. Sparkles blessed and ready sparkles. Not as a wish, but as a declaration of faith. If you haven't already, make sure you tap the like button so this message reaches more people who need it. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm so grateful you found this video. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss the next prophetic message God has for you. Share this video with someone who also needs encouragement, clarity, and confirmation. You never know, God may use you to deliver a breakthrough to someone else. Thank you for spending this time here. Thank you for listening with your heart. And thank you for being open to the divine message meant just for you. Remember, God is not finished with you. Your story is still unfolding. And the best chapters are ahead. Until next time, stay encouraged, stay expectant, and stay aligned with faith. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.